Kazoomers.
All you wonderful, wonderful, lovely Kazoomers.
Take a look around
Yay.
the Kazoom room at this auspicious moment. And it is a moment we come together in practice. And the practice of this moment has to do with, this is the night that we burn the chametz. We clear away that which is going to keep us from really taking a journey to some new level of freedom. So the clearing of that, happens on the night before the Erev is when we do that cleaning. And there's the word lizamer, which is to chant, is also related, the same root of the word that comes in Leviticus of to prune. And so when I'm chanting, I am clearing away what is not essential with every repetition of the chant, and really trying to get to the essence. And the essence is really what matzah means. And being connected to the essence is our freedom, really, because it is everything, that all of the distractions of life, that keep us from remembering the core of it all. And we want to stay connected. So the matzah is just like the very essence of the life force, and we want to be able to take this journey, which is a journey of the redeeming of consciousness. We want to take that journey together, and I want to offer some practices and maybe some inspiration for our seders, for our Passover passage. Just wanted to begin with this teaching from the Rabbi Menachem of Chernobyl, another Ukrainian tzaddik. It says the inner meaning of the Exodus from Egypt is that consciousness, da'at, was in exile and was constricted. And people had not absorbed the fullness of awareness to serve the divine through pleasure and expanded consciousness. Isn't that great? That's how we serve the divine, through pleasure and expanded consciousness. But when they left Egypt, which means when we leave that constricted place, their consciousness expanded to allow them to serve the blessed Creator in the blissful pleasure of pure shining light. In the blissful pleasure of pure shining light. That's kind of what is calling us. And the commandment that comes actually in the Mishnah that teaches that in each and every generation a person must see themselves as if they have left Egypt, or maybe are in the process of it right now. And so the whole ritual of Passover is built around this sentence, which I sent to you, which is from Exodus chapter 6, verse 6 to 7. And kind of the Haggadah is kind of built on the structure of the sentence, these couple sentences that give these 4 different takes on the journey to freedom, 4 different steps to the expansion of consciousness. So I'm going to just read it, and you guys have it also in your handout. So it says, "Say, therefore, to the Israelite people, I am Yud-He Vav-He," which is being itself. "I will bring you out from the burdens of tyrants and deliver you from their bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and through extraordinary transformations. And I will take you to be my people, and I will be your God. And you shall know that I, Yud-He Vav-He, being itself, am your God, who freed you and is continually freeing you from the indignities of tyranny. So in those two sentences, there's just these 4 different verbs that describe this process of redeeming consciousness. And the first one is Vahotzeti. Vahotzeti, I will bring you out. And it's the same word that is from the motzi. The motzi is bringing forth. So we are brought forth. And so I was thinking about what is the sacred phrase that describes how we are brought forth. And these words from the Song of Songs, which is the secret story of our liberation, these words from the Song of Songs says, I am my beloved's, and his longing is for me, only for me. The sense that God is longing for me, I feel like that it's a mind-blowing thing. It's like if you would think of this great mystery of wholeness of the universe. It's calling me forth from my narrow place into my fullness, into my potential. And that sense that there is a force that's calling me, that is longing for me to come into who I really am meant to be. I want to tune into that because it's so touching to me, it's so moving to me that it's not me trying to make this journey. It's, God, the force of evolution, is pulling me, is calling me, is longing for me to take this journey. And so I want to tune into that as our So just sit back for a moment before we chant this, and feel the force that calls you into who you are becoming. God's longing is for me, and not just the little me. God's longing is for me to become the larger, to expand my consciousness, to come into my larger being. With every repetition, let go of a little more chametz.
Teshukato. Anile Dodi,
Anile Dodi,
Mehalai Teshukato. Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi,
Me'alai Teshukato.
Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi,
Anile Dodi,
Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Me'alai Teshukato. Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi,
Anile Dodi,
Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Me'alai Teshukato. Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi,
Anile Dodi,
Me'alai Teshukato.
Once more, let's pause for a moment and just feel that force that is calling us into redemption, to fullness, longing for us.
Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Anile Dodi, Me'alai Teshukato. Me'alai Teshukato. Anile Dodi, Shukato.
Let yourself just take that first step of moving, allowing yourself to be brought forth from your small self. So in each and every generation and each and every day, a person must see themselves as if they're leaving Egypt, leaving kind of a constricted place every day. And Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi says this refers to the divine soul being liberated. That in each of us is that divine soul that must be liberated and subsumes into the unity of infinite divine light. Subsumed into the unity. So it sort of takes a kind of a surrender. And the next word that is the step of liberation is Vahitzalti. Vahitzalti. I'll say Vahitzalti. I will deliver you, it says. And somebody who knows Hebrew well once told me that word refers to, like, if you were going to take off a really tight shoe. And the feeling you would get after you took off that tight shoe was like, oh, thank God. Or, or maybe in the old days when women would wear girdles and then they would take them off and just go, oh.
Hallelujah.
Or sometimes taking off your bra at the end of the day. It's like, oh, it's salty. I'm delivered from the constriction. And so I wanted to get a sense of what is that journey of deliverance, of being freed from this tightness that we're in. And so, what is that tightness? Our anxiety, our worry, our fear, our places of disconnection that feel tight. And so these words from both that appear both in Psalm 118 and the book of Exodus, kind of for me represent the solution to that tightness, and it's kind of a covenantal agreement that God says if you allow this divine soul in you to find its strength, if I say OZ and I step forth out of my smallness into my power, OZ, and then I open to the song of God that wants to sing through me, that will be my salvation. That will have what's going to get me through the wilderness. That's what's going to get me to the promised land, is my strength and the song of God in just the right measure. So as we take this journey of liberation, I wanted to use this practice to get in touch with those two aspects of our being. Was there somebody? Oh, YouTube. The two aspects of our being, which is the part of us that that is going for it, our will, and the part of us that says, "Oh, you long for me, God. I am giving myself to you," and hearing that song and allowing it to sing through me as my life. So This is a round, but we never seem to be able to do it as a round, so you guys can do it as a round. We'll see. But the idea is when you say, oh, Z, you really feel your strength, your will, and your willingness to take the journey. And then when you say, Visimaradia, just feel the force that is moving you, that is liberating you, and allow it to sing you. Oh, Z, Visimaradia, Vaili, Lishua,
Lishua.
I invite you to close your eyes and breathe into your strength. And maybe find within you that divine force that wants to be released and joined with the unity. And breathe into it. Feel it wanting to expand. And now give your body just a little kind of a wiggle, openness. I feel like there's something that wants to pour through you. The moment that you get unconstricted, there is an energy that wants to pour through you. And it has a beauty and a song and a color and light. And if only I can get out of the way and it can just pour through me as the song of God, which is my liberation. And suddenly I'm taking off that tight kind of identity and opening to this larger being that I am. Vitality. And we come now to.
If you notice, we just did that as a round. Did you remember when Shefa said, "We just haven't been able to do this as a round"? But she just did it, so I had to get really, really present and do my thing really quickly. So we did it.
And I took cover for you.
Yeah, well, we're getting there.
Freedom.
Freedom.
So, but I want to move to Vigalti, and it comes from this word goel, and in ancient times, if there was a slave, and you bought that slave in order to set that slave free, you became their goel, the redeemer. So it was a kind of a human construct of like the person that frees me from slavery, I am in relationship to forever. I have this relationship that you are the one that frees me. And so to think of God in this way is to say that God is always there to buy out the constrictor, to open the way for us, and what it does is put us in relationship to that force of freedom that it wants to move through us. And I was feeling like, what is it that frees me from my enslavement? And what I realized is that when I'm really in the present moment, I am free. When I can get caught in the past and caught in my worries about the future, but in this very present moment, I'm free. I am redeemed. I am connected to this force that is moving me, opening me, paying off the tyrant. The tyrant is in there, right? So there's this line in Exodus that is really kind of a crucial line that says, "Hine, makom iti," that place of God, and is right here within me. It is right here. There is a place that God says with me in this present moment. So, so in my journey to freedom, I am freeing myself from being enslaved to the past. I'm freeing myself from my worries about what's going to happen, and in that freedom, I can be kind of touched by that divine spirit and reminded of who I really am. So I want to do this practice with that intention of noticing in the ways that we are to be enslaved by the past is to notice that there are kind of certain habits and patterns of thought that kick in, and we when we free ourselves from them, we can actually tune into what's true in this moment rather than what we're afraid of or what happened before. So so it feels to me like that is an extraordinary place. Hine, right here. Makom, this is the place, right here. And when I'm right here, I am with God. I'm with God, who is my Redeemer. Let me see. Maybe it's this one. No, maybe I think it's this one. I'm trying to find the right Shruti here. That's that right?
No, it's the lower.
makom iti makom iti makom iti makom iti
So with our practice, we charge up this present moment, kind of like it's like a magnet that's going to call us back from our attachments to the past and from our ruminations about the future. It's going to call us back with a kind of a magnetism, of beauty that is like this here is the expansive place. And the more that I can make it my home, the easier it is for me to find my way back. Like, oh, this is my home. This is my promised land here. This is where the milk and honey flow. This is where God can find me, in this place. So it is a journey within, and I'm really praying that this Passover, I really get that that it is a journey within, and that there are layers of my being that I have not yet discovered. That and that I am being sent by by that Redeemer to discover the whole of my being, and then from there to become radiant, to be, which is then to become a force in the world, to shine that divine light, because that's what's gonna liberate all of us.
Yeah.
So there is this one last step, and in the, God says, I will take you to be my people. I will be your God. And when I think of this whole process of liberation, like, what is freedom for? I'm reminded of how twisted the the conversation about freedom has been in our country of late. That people think, that freedom is, doing whatever I want, no matter how it affects others, and that's not freedom in our tradition. Freedom is freedom not just from the tyranny of Pharaoh, but it is the freedom to be connected to the whole. It's like our enslavement is our separateness, and our freedom is our connection. And it just feels like that's the message I wanna get. And how when whatever happens to someone else is happening to me, because we are connected. And to me, I'm freed from my small self, from my sense of separate self, from the hierarchy of life, of better or worse. It's all this oneness that frees us. So, and this last part of the Exodus, verse 6, verse 7 says, and you shall know that I, this being itself, am your God, and that connection between us, between me and the great mystery, is what frees me. The moment I lose that connection, I am back in slavery, enslaved to everything that is the smaller. So I want to connect myself with the one. So at the very end of the book of Leviticus, I think it's near the end of Leviticus, there is this wonderful promise, the promise of connection. And it's like, when we open the door for Elijah, who is the harbinger of messianic consciousness, I think the message of Elijah is that says, this is the vision that's possible. This connection, this connectivity, this oneness, this radical empathy. That is the vision that I give you. And also in the book of Leviticus, God says, and then when you are aligned with the truth of that oneness, when you walk that way, and then I will walk within you, among you, and I will be your God, and you will be my people. We will walk as one. And to walk is like, halakha, which means to walk, is like, this is how I want to walk my talk. This is how I want to walk in the world. I want to walk in the world with this awareness of God's presence within me. So this is how I wanted to end our Kazum tonight, and send us all to this vision of and Velakakti is that we are being taken into this possibility. We're being taken to the place of vision. And
Drum.
yes, a drum will happen. It's not going to work. It has to go the other way. No, this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So I want to just take a moment before we do this practice to look around the Kazum room and connect ourselves to people that are here, and because we don't go out of that narrow place alone. We do it through our connection to one another. Just say. So we want to make that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And see if we can, step into the vision. And as you chant, feel that you are being chanted. That divine force that frees you is freeing you through the chant. That through these sacred words, we are being freed for possibility. והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם לאלוהים 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 והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם והייתי לכם לאלוהים והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם לאלוהים והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם לאלוהים. And if you'd like to get up and do a little walk around your room there and feel that spirit inside you moving you. והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם לאלוהים 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 והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם and feel the stillness in your body. Feel that place of connection, which is your freedom. So this passage that we're all moving through, it has a lot of contradictions in it because it really requires us to look at enslavement and to look at brokenness. Like that's, the truth will set you free. Wherever you're in denial of that enslavement, there's no way to freedom. But actually, the awareness of enslavement is always the first step to freedom. And so being able to articulate that and then also have these glimpses. That's why I do my practice, because in my practice, my ecstatic practice, I have glimpses of freedom. And I take those glimpses into my body as a kind of like an awareness of possibility, and that I can keep returning to because I've had that glimpse. And so may your practice be so filled with glimpses, of freedom, that that we can then plant those glimpses like seeds in us, and then water them, every day, because we've seen that light. We know it's possible. We know that we're connected. And so anything that we experience that contradicts that, we know is part of our enslavement, and the path. The path is there for us. So I am going to